Here we are on Dinosaur Island for a brand new series. As you can see, we have two brachiosaurs. They are a mating pair and they have laid some eggs in a nest, which we could see down there. And we're going to zoom in on the camera so you can see them. It's very interesting. The brachiosaurs are showing their affection for one another, and we can see that they are looking down at their eggs. I think we're getting a bit too close. We should back off a bit with the cameras. This is a brachiosaurus here, looking down at its nest. And as we can see, it does not want them to get eaten by any predators. In fact, the male, which is the one with the blue greyish back, does not want any predator to go near at all, and they will probably get killed. Even something as small as an Ornitholestes, which is a small egg-eating dinosaur, which lived at the same time as these giants. But here on the island, many dinosaurs from different eras live at the same time. In the bush, there appears to be something moving. It's a Utahraptor, the biggest type of raptor the world has ever seen. This male is called Peregrine. Even though they usually hunt in packs, this guy's alone. His mate died the same way he might die now, a male Brachiosaurus. And he is getting closer to the nest. Brachiosaur eggs could feed him for days. Loads have just came out. Peregrine is getting cautiously close to the nest. The female hasn't spotted him yet, due to them not having very good eyesight, but Peregrine knows that the male will see him. Peregrine has backed off. He does not want to fight a Brachiosaurus. Unfortunately, our male Brachiosaur has got new battle wounds, but him and his family have lived to another day, and his eggs are not dead. And that predator, Peregrine, has an empty stomach. Peregrine was trampled by the male Brachiosaur. It will take a while for his wounds to recover, but he will survive. Here we can see a nest of T-Rex, a juvenile called Matt and a baby called Rexy. But there is a mother. This is Speckles, because of the speckles on her neck. She's just came back from hunting, but hasn't had anything to eat. And she greets her family with a roar. Speckles is hungry though. However, she is quite tired. She will have a feast of the carcass she killed earlier and then dozes off. It's a Utahraptor, a small type of Tyrannosaur from China. It stumbles through the grass very quietly. Luckily, it appears that Speckles is quite a deep sleeper. And he walks off. Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Dinosaur Island Site B. Today we are at the edge of a dried riverbank, and as we can see there is a Utyrannus hoali, a small type of tyrannosaur. Now you probably remember that there was one from the last episode, and this is the same individual who stole some meat from the T-Rex carcass, and we are giving him a name, Flurry, after McFlurry's at McDonald's, because why not? Anyway, he is scavenging right now. There are larger predators on this island and he can't really take advantage, so he mainly has to scavenge. But when it gets to winter, he has the advantage with his full coat of feathers, and he's the largest feathered predator on this island. It's the mating season. As you can see, he has, well, a red crest. We just need to let it focus. Maybe there's some rain on it or something. But he has a red crest. Great for attracting females of his kind. And yes, that is what he's going to be doing. We're going to follow his journey looking for a female. And like T-Rex, the females are much larger. And who knows, we might stumble across one later in the series. For now, he continues his digging. He's very hungry. Here we are on the northern plains. You may recognise this place, as it is the same place where Peregrine got trampled by the brachiosaurs. The nest is south from here, but it's still there. This is an Edmontonia, on the other hand. One of the few creatures that doesn't migrate. And we all know the brachiosaurs are very heavy migrators. They migrate all the way to the other side of the island. Edmontonia, another heavily built ankylosaurs, do not migrate. They stay here all year round. This individual we shall call Swiss Knife, because she has a lot of spikes, just like a Swiss Army knife, well, has a lot of knives. In fact, she is almost invincible to any predators that come past. But some predators will still try and kill her. Meet Claws, a Deinonychus. Deinonychus is a very common predator on the island, and is one of the deadliest. Despite their size, Utahraptor is rare. Peregrine and his species is becoming quite close to extinction. Well, as we know on Site A, if you've seen Site A, we know they are quite vicious killers, with Razor, Violet and their baby, which is now a juvenile, called Switchblade. Deinonychus are the more common raptor on Site B, however. This is Deinonychus. Claws is his name, as we just said, because of those large toe claws found on every raptor species known to date. He's attacking the Edmontonia right now. Because, well, as we know, raptors are smart, he knows he will not be able to take the Edmontonia down, and he walks off. This is quite odd. Claws appear to be digging. he's digging a nest. We've learned on Dinosaur Island, Site A and B. Well, actually, there's no present information on Site A, but here on Site B, we've realised that, well, they tried to attract the females by making nests. Something unknown from any dinosaur at this point. But it appears the males are the nest makers, and then the females will choose their best nest. Some are very picky, and if a rock is missing by the millimetre, they will refuse. It's quite annoying for a male like Claws, but some females, honestly, they will just pick anything, like this female. This is a female called Patch, because of her nose patches. They are going to mate, and hopefully their eggs won't be eaten, as a lot of the time other rival raptors will eat the eggs. Something that we also didn't know until now. Oh, it appears one of the raptors has found our camera. Oh no, this isn't good. We're probably gonna have to back off quite quick. One day later, the raptors have laid their eggs, and Claus is just going to have a quick check-up on them. Just maybe urinate on them, so raptors know this is a nest, go away, or there will be consequences. Right now he's just rolling the egg slightly, so it can't be seen by predators as much. They're now going to go off and hunt. When it comes to eggs, we know who likes them. He's back, Peregrine. His wounds have surprisingly recovered really well. You can't even see them anymore. But, as we all know, he is a top egg stealer. And he will do anything for an egg. He's already cracked into it and continues to eat. It's not enough to fill his appetite. Brachiosaurus Eggs 1 would have just filled his appetite, but for Deinonychus, it's a bit harder. And he is biting into the third egg. There's only one left. This could be really bad for the pack of Deinonychus. Only 1 day old. These poor embryos are likely to just die. There's no chance they're going to survive. And he's just about to get the last egg when all of a sudden someone we know appears. Speckles is back, and she has had a hard day. Once again, she hasn't got anything from her hunting. She appears to have fallen into some kind of dinosaur depression after her, mate died. Yeah, that's the reason she has no mate. Her mate actually died. Even dinosaurs can get depressed. She really does not want anything, even a raptor, getting in her way. The raptors have returned. Claus notices the big mess. He smells it, and it smells like Utahraptor. He now despises any Utahraptor he sees, even if it's not peregrine. He'll most likely try and slaughter it like crazy, like a psycho killer on steroids. Meanwhile, Pat's just digging to see if any of the eggs survived, and she finds one. Just one egg has survived that massacre. Speckles truly did save their baby's life. Maybe dino depression is good. For some dinosaurs, at least. They are happy again. They may have lost 3 of their young, but at least one is still safe. We'll see you guys later, next time, on Dinosaur Island, Site B. Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Dinosaur Island, Site B. No, today we're not following Claus and Patch, as they've already owned the last episode. But one thing has happened. One of the eggs has hatched. Well, this is because it's been a whole week on the island. The baby is called Dino. Claus and Patch have been looking for Utahraptors to kill. Well, they've been particularly looking for peregrine, but they did find one baby Utahraptor that they did kill and, well, fed to the little baby. But yeah, this episode is not about these characters. It is about some of the other characters we have met, as well as one new character who we will be following. Matt has woken up. It was Speckles. She came back from another unsuccessful hunt. She doesn't respond. That means no food. But what if they all hunted together? What do you think would happen then? Matt goes to wake Rexy up. The T-Rex pack have chosen their prey. Swiss knife. Far away, we can see a baby Parasaurolophus being stalked by none other than Flurry, the Tyrannosaurus. And that baby Parasaurolophus is very far away from its mother. Speckles gets ready for the attack. It's a common misconception that ankylosaurs can't get up. Truth is, they can. But it's quite hard for them to. Speckles tries to get up, but before she can, luck comes to her. Then, following in her mother's footsteps, Matt comes to save the day and fetches the carcass. Speckles has picked up the young female in her jaws and proceeds to take her back to their nest. 2 hours later, all of the carcass is full and the pack has gone to sleep. When I said the carcass was full, well, their bellies have grown a bit big. But some exercise tomorrow will probably cool that down. Also, Flurry brought down the baby Parasaurolophus, so he gets a feast too. Here we can see a juvenile Quetzalcoatlus, whom we will name Trey. He's going to start looking for his first ever mate, but Quetzalcoatlus is quite a rare species on the island, so it'll be hard for him. But he's just about to take off, and we are going to witness it for the first time on camera ever. Here he is, flying over the northern plains. It's very vast, and we can see him going across for the first time on camera ever. There is Swiftknife down there, one of the Edmontonia. We will follow his journey in the next couple of episodes, because let's be honest, flying is quite boring. We will see him soon though. See you next time in Dinosaur Island Site B. Welcome to another episode of Dinosaur Island Site B. This is episode 4, and here we can see the Deinonychus pack. They've even brought along the baby, Dino, from the last episode to hunt their chosen prey. Eating down at a small mammalian carcass is a Utahraptor, not peregrine, but it is another Utahraptor. And they are about the Utahraptor was bitten in the neck, right into its jugular. It was an instant blow. But luckily it's an easy meal for the pack. Claws has dozed off. But they don't realise they've wandered into the territory of a predator. The female Giganotosaurus towers over the pack. But the Deinonychus aren't giving up that easy. While she's busy scuffing her face, there's an attack by Patch. She knocks her over. Claws quickly follows. The Giganotosaurus is in a state of shock. But as a powerful predator, she gets right up and knocks him over. The pack runs away quickly before the Giganotosaurus catches. The female Giganotosaurus may have got an easy snack, but there is a competitor, another Giganotosaurus. But actually, this is, believe it or not, her son. You can tell that he's still quite young, as he's not gained the full male coloration of the Giganotosaurus. But soon, he will. He's nearly fully grown. We're going to follow this pair as the son, who really wants a mate, tries to mate with, well, his mom. But his mom will not like that. We'll call the female Juggernaut, and the male, well, we will call the male, I'm trying to think of a name. We will call the male Grimjaw. You don't want to know what's been in his jaws. A character that's been on the show a couple times is Swiss Knife, but we don't really know much about her. We know she's an Edmontonia, we know she's pretty much immune from predation, but she's actually a very caring dinosaur. She's adopted a son, not of her species, but it is an ankylosaur. This is Crafty. As Swiss Knife is named after the Swiss Army knife, Crafty is named after craft knives. And he is a Seychenia. They're currently eating. One day, we're going to hope that Crafty grows into a great male Seychenia, maybe even more powerful than the all-powerful Swiss Knife. A little ways away is a rare dinosaur on the island, Pentaceratops, and it's being stalked. Pentaceratops is too busy eating to notice the Neovenator, which is practically right next to him. This is a female Neovenator. It's a small carnivore, but still very powerful. And he's going to strike, but all of a sudden, the Pentaceratops starts making a runner for it. Quickly runs past the jungle. But by the time the Neovenator gets there, the Pentaceratops is out of sight. He'll have to try later today to get some efficient prey for himself. For herself, sorry. The Neovenator has run away, and there is a good reason. The Brachiosaurus are back. they're still alive and their eggs have hatched. But they've been let into the jungle where no large predators can catch them. Maybe we'll find them if we go to the jungle one of these episodes. The females are too, and they're about to stop to go and graze. But quickly they're going to mate again. They'll do this numerous times for their genes, as some of the eggs were stolen by one of the Lesties. And then we can see them mating. The female's now fertile once again. They'll lay some more eggs in the same nest. Predators know that their nest is there, but they've left it for long enough so predators know there's no eggs there anymore. So it's unlikely they'll go back. See you next time at Dinosaur on Site B. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dinosaur on Site B. Here we can see a herd of herbivorous dinosaurs on the plain. There's also a Carnotaurus down there, but he doesn't appear to be attacking them, and there is a big reason. The swamps are back. Believe it or not, this used to be the T-Rex's nest. Rexy has been left behind here. He's trying to appear to not be there, but he is, and he might be targeted by some predators. A female Triceratops is going to the swamp. The swamp's only just started, as you can see, but in later episodes it will get much bigger. Triceratops are not semi-aquatic and aren't the most water-loving dinosaurs, but sometimes a cool bath is really nice. These gentle giants. They can also have a drink, only a small one, since the swamp is very small. But it's better than nothing. The squelchy mud will help them, and as you can see, her mate is also coming along with her. And even the little juvenile is here. He's going into adolescence, and you can see they are digging for plants that they can eat. Also, the stegosaurs are here. We haven't really seen many herbivores on the island as of yet, but trust me, they are very plentiful. Stegosaurus and Triceratops are the two most common herbivores in this area of the island, and the Stegosaurus do like the water quite a lot, unlike the Triceratops, who are more land-based. Stegosaurs are actually the dinosaur equivalent of hippos, believe it or not. This is a larger male who was coming to the swamp. But, as always, there are predators around. The predators are a Carnotaurus and Peregrine. It's been a while since we've seen him, but he is still alive and stealing eggs as always. But they are not friends. They are just here to have a drink of water. There are no true predators around, but there are dinosaurs that are coming out of hibernation for the first time in months. The predators that came out of hibernation are Spinosaurus. Now, Spinosaurus are quadrupedal, and this Spinosaurus's legs have actually just stopped growing because when they are young they are bipeds, so they can run away from large predators as they are not the best at swimming when they're young, but their arms will continue to grow as well as the rest of their body. This mother of the Spinosaurus actually has a very rare genetic condition where her legs and arms kept growing for an extra long while, which makes her very tall and a predator comparable to T-Rex and Giganotosaurus. Her son is currently digging. They've came out of hibernation because of the swamp, as they need the swamps to live, and they usually hibernate when there's no swamp. But they're still quite tired, so they're going back to sleep. They just need to know that there is a swamp there for them to bathe in and feed in. A little ways away is the forest, and this is where the rest of the T-Rex pack currently are. Matt is doing some of the hunting, but then he hears a cry from his mother. Speckles has got stuck in the mud, and very tight mud. She can't get out. No matter how hard she cries, she's stuck, and then she topples over. Now her hands are stuck, and the bottom of her jaw. The chances of her surviving are very slim now. And Matt doesn't even know until he looks and sees the horror. Rubs her on the shoulder, but all he can hear is slight cries of pain. Matt knows it's possible that Speckles will not survive, so he leaves her. She knows it's what she always wanted if she died. Now Matt will be a lone T-Rex in this world. What will he do to survive? He's still very weak, and this jungle is full of the most dangerous herbivores on the island, and he is about to meet one. Dinosaur. Even a young Dinosaurus is dangerous. There is a very slim chance that Matt will survive. He's slowly being killed by the Dinosaurus. A little flower for him to eat has appeared though, and he will take it too. He will take it to his nest. They are omnivorous, of course, and this will provide nutrition for a while, in case there's another drought. Back at the lake are two predators. It's Juggernaut. She's acting not very suspicious right now. She's trying not to scare any of the herbivores in the area. Grimjaw's here too. But they don't realise there's another predator at the lake. A Carcharodontosaurus has attacked the male stegosaur. Luckily, the rest of the herbivores didn't get eaten. We can only feel sorry for the other Stegosaurus. He was murdered by the Carcharodontosaurus, one of the largest predators on the island, another summer visitor. And on the other side of the island, it's a very big competitor with Giganotosaurus. And this is much rarer than Giganotosaurus on the island. Very few have been ever seen on the island. So this was a very rare and lucky occurrence for our film crew. But unfortunately, this Stegosaur no longer has any family. But Grimjaw has a plan to get them a slight bit of food. Trying to ignore the Carcharodontosaurus, he sees Rexy. He fell asleep and no one has still seen him, but Grimjaw has. And it's time for him to strike. Rexy has been killed by Grimjaw. There was probably no chance of him surviving anyway, as the rest of his pack is most likely dead. The two go in to feast on the new carcass. Meanwhile, near the Deinonychus nest, there is a chase going on. Has he lost them? It's quite obvious what is happening. Peregrine is being chased by the Deinonychus pack, as he did eat 4 of their eggs. He's worn out. Will the Deinonychus pack catch him? When Claus gets there, Peregrine's completely out of sight. Also, you may be wondering, why don't the Deinonychus have feathers? I mean, it's one of the most bird-like dinosaurs of them all. It's a genetic mutation, just like the Spinosaurus's longer limbs that were witnessed in the large female Spinosaurus. Another rare genetic condition is similar to how some humans don't have any body hair or head hair. It's very similar to that. There's conditions like this in the animal kingdom today, and this is just a prime example of it. However, since they have the genes to make feathers, their baby has got slight feathers. So Dino will grow up to be somewhat feathered Deinonychus. But for now, we have just cleared that up. We did this by looking at their poop. There's actually a way to do that we discovered, which is very cool. So yeah, and also their colours make them very good at camouflaging in grass. And there's an aeroplane going past. Airplanes do fly above this island, but they never land here. They just probably assume it's an island, but it's not. It's a very special island, as we know. And thank you for watching Dinosaur Island, Site B. Hello everybody, welcome to episode 6 of Dinosaur Island, Site B. In this episode, we will be looking around the swamp. Yes, this is the same exact swamp from the last episode. It's changed quite a bit. And a character we've not seen for a while is coming here to have a drink. This is Flurry, the Utaranus. The mating season is over, and unfortunately he did not find a mate, but he will still thrive as His feathery coat will help him in the coming winter season. A young Parasaurolophus is going for a drink. But then she trips. She does not realise what is in the lake. It is a Liopleurodon. It pulls out a bit of the neck. It's not that hungry right now, so we'll eat the rest later, as it hides back underwater, where it lives and lurks. Meanwhile, we can see Swiss Knife and Crafty. They are grazing on the ferns. Crafty can't reach all of them, but the ones he can eat, he eats quite happily. But another herbivore wants to eat here. A stegosaur. A female stegosaurus. She wants this lush vegetation to herself. And she uses the phagomizers on her end of her tail wisely. Swiss Knife quickly reacts. The stegosaur walks off to the less nutritious vegetation. This Spinosaurus has found an egg of a dinosaur. It's a very thick shell, however. He'll need to use his powerful claws to break it. No, the shell's too tough. Is it even a dinosaur egg? He then decides to use his jaws, and that gets the job done. But he's not the only one who wants the egg. The cliff is quite steep. He'll need to eat it quick before he falls, and a scavenger comes and takes it. But he's too late. A scavenger has already arrived. An allosaur. Quite a common scavenger. He starts eating it while the Spinosaur is knocked out. and then takes it. His sister then comes over and eats it with him. But something terrible is about to happen at the swamp. This Parasaurolophus is being stalked by a predator we have met before. A predator that made a kill at this lake in the last episode. Nothing seems to be happening until we see the predator in the background. It's a Carcharodontosaurus, the same one from the last episode. The Parasaurolophus still hasn't saw the Carcharodontosaurus, but it is about to strike. Wait, where's the Parasaurolophus? It got away. This Carcharodontosaurus lost its meal. But he's walked into the wrong territory of the most deadly herbivore on the island. The same species that killed Matt last episode. But it's much bigger. Carcharodontosaurus has one of the smallest brains of any dinosaur compared to its body size. So, it attacks the Therizinosaurus. The Therizinosaurus is too busy eating to notice, so he roars louder. Then, the Therizinosaurus sees this carnivore. Its claw is already at the ready, and with just one swipe, this Therizinosaurus kills the Carcharodontosaurus. Or will it survive? Its tail stuck on a branch. As you can see, this Carcharodontosaurus can make a quick getaway, and the Therizinosaurus falls over in agony. And he makes an even bigger meal than before. Thank you for watching Dinosaur Island, Site B. Hello everybody, and welcome to Dinosaur Island, Site B. Today it is windy, but it's a different wind from usual. It's much colder. It's the wind from the north. They are coming. Yes, winter is going to be starting soon. And Edmontonia is grazing, as well as many other herbivores. Triceratops, Parasaurolophus, Brachiosaurus, Pentaceratops, and Stegosaurus. The oldest of all is a male Triceratops. He's a very old Triceratops, getting into his 40s. For Triceratops, that is old. But his life is about to end. It's the Carcharodontosaurus we have seen in many episodes. He's brought down the old male Triceratops. This will be his last meal, and for a reason. Many of the predators here have visited from the south side of the island, which is currently in a drought. They have to make this journey every year, but it's getting colder than usual. They usually go at the beginning of September, but here in late August, they have to go early. It's getting much colder than last year. This will be his last meal for a long time. He'll have to eat his fill, for the migration will be starting soon. Juggernaut and Grimjaw have already started the hard journey through the cold, ashy mountains that divide the two sides of the island together. It's going to be a very tough journey. They might not make it. Small carnivores will be making the journey too, like this Carnotaurus. We haven't seen many this time, only one near the watering hole. Back in episode 5. But they will be making the journey too. And who could forget the almighty Spinosaurus? The baby might not make it. Most young die on this horrible journey. 3 days have passed. The Spinosaurus are only here. This is the southernmost point where Northside dinosaurs will be found, and they will still have to go 20 miles without any other dinosaurs, except the other migrants. This Stegosaurus may be their last company for a while, but they will not attack it. They're only going to scavenge. A Thagomizer wound could really hurt them. The baby is really lagging behind. It's going to become an easy target for scavengers. The cries make a pair of Allosaurus wake up. They're only teenage Allosaurus, but they can easily kill a Spinosaurus. There is nothing the baby can do now. It's too far away from its parents. And the Spinosaurus baby will meet its demise from the pair of Allosaurus. This baby Spinosaurus never stood a chance. He and His siblings both want to survive, so they take in turns. There is no pecking order in the most barren of places. So far, Juggernaut and Grimjaw have been the lucky ones, but they've not found any food for ages. They found a small clearing of grass, but no food. But then they see an almighty predator. Grimjaw has had a surprise attack from the Dinosaur. Luckily for Grimjaw, Juggernaut is coming to save the day like any mum should. The Carcharodontosaurus is barely breathing, and then he passes. Food for her and Grimjaw, but she doesn't realise what she's done. She knocked the Carcharodontosaurus over and crashed, completely smashed his ribcage. Grimjaw is dead. Juggernaut will have to make the rest of this journey alone. Poor her. Thank you for watching Dinosaur Island Site B. Welcome back to another episode of Dinosaur Island Site B. A lot of herbivores are here today. Some of them are tired, like this male stegosaur, while some are trying to attract mates, like this triceratops. But the female's not interested. And we have seen some new ones. The heavily armoured Ankylosaurus. And the dome-headed Pachycephalosaurus. But this old female Styracosaurus is being targeted. It is Speckles. She escaped that quicksand back in episode 5. It's time to let this battle unfold. The old female, she never stood a chance. But Speckles has some competition on her hand. It is a young female T-Rex. Speckles is having a rest while she picks up some of the meat. But this is about to go very badly. Speckles has eaten her fill, and she has left. The female doesn't realise, but there is a male here. This male is too busy stuffing his face, or so it seems. The unsuspected surprise attack has killed this female. Not all of the predators are doing their best. Claws and Patch haven't had anything to eat for weeks. But someone is doing the absolute worst. Poor Dino has just died. Patch has grown such a strong bond that she does not want to let him go. But due to starvation, come good instinct, and maternal instinct has driven her too far. They eat him alive. Luckily, the breeding season for Deinonychus will be coming up soon. More offspring will be on the way. Meanwhile, a huge hunt is taking place. This young Brachiosaur has not stood a chance. It's dead. This Brachiosaur just came out of the forest. It just came out of the forest, as I just said, because the young are left in the forest, because Brachiosaurs need to hide their young, since they need to eat all the time and have no time to care. But they will join an adult herd once they are old enough. This Brachiosaur never even got the chance to make her own young. Now I know that a bunch of the carnivores just recently migrated to the other side of the island, but these herbivores are going to be joining them. Most of the herbivores will stay for the winter, but brachiosaurs don't, and so do most other sauropods. Some stay, but it's a very small amount. Stegosaurs also tag along for protection, since they are actually quite easy to kill. This pair are travelling with an ageing brachiosaur. They will have to suffer what comes to them, as they will have to go the same path the carnivores did in the last episode. The rocky, dense desert. But anyway, see you next time on the next episode of Dinosaur Island, Site B.